Hi, everyone. Today we're joined by Akanksha Mathur, who's our marketing and design specialist. At Ackroo, we like to call her our design master. Akanksha, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So let's get to it. I don't think many people realize, the depth of how important and impactful design is for a business, right?
Absolutely. Design is the most important part of any business in any industry. That's the first thing a customer sees. They don't know what you do. They don't know who you are. It's the design that will help them understand what your business does.
Absolutely. And, you've talked a lot about thinking about the reasons why, the strategy behind a design or a brand. Can you talk a bit about, why it's important to think of that reason why?
Absolutely. I think the biggest why is representation of your brand. Like when someone searches you, you should be able to tell them within 5 seconds what your business does and how serious you are. And a good brand will always make the customers feel like the business is legit. So that is the biggest why. How many times we Google someone, and because we can't find them or they have a bad website, we turn our heads away from them, even though their service might be amazing. We don't know that yet, but because their website didn't look the way that we wanted to, we just think that they're not legit. Also, I'll give you a real life example. When we go to any new restaurant or we're trying to, try a new restaurant, the first thing that we do is look up their menu, which is basically design and a part of branding. If you see a beautiful photo of like a dish that they serve there, then you're drawn towards it, and that's the power of design.
I am definitely guilty of every time I go to a restaurant, especially a new restaurant, I'll look up their website, I'll look up their menu, and it does make a big difference on, whether you want to go there or not. So that's a really good point. So what would be your top 2 tips for businesses, whether they're doing a rebrand or they're starting from scratch with their design? What are your top 2 tips about when it comes to design?
So there's a lot that you can do for your business, but the top 2 would be, number 1 is strategy. Really important to strategize and really take the time to understand and strategize how you want to communicate to your potential clients. Like, what do you want them to think about you? Are there any icons that represent you? Like, how do you visually want to represent your brand? The second thing is that invest in a good designer or an agency that can really understand your needs and give you a complete package to kickstart your business or to rebrand your business. They oftentimes have an expert knowledge that they can put into this and give you a nice branding.
Now, talking about design needs, can you expand a bit on how Ackroo works with the business and their design?
Yeah, absolutely. So we at Ackroo do things a little differently. As when the clients come to us, oftentimes they have a logo or brand in place. We take the time to understand our clients' needs and design any cards or marketing material that they would need. Sometimes our clients rely on us to design and make the material look nice, and they don't know what they want, and they just give us the logo, and they're like, hey, apply your knowledge and give me something beautiful. And that's where we bring our expert knowledge to deliver something that is not just aesthetically pleasing, but also functional to our clients.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing, your tips and tricks and insight about design. I think a lot of people don't realize how impactful it is, and I hope that, they learned something today. So thanks so much for joining us, Akanksha.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. You too.